Hi guys, welcome back. Hope you all had a lovely Christmas. Today's Boxing Day here in the UK, and whilst people are shopping, I'm doing crochet. So what I've got for you today is another tutorial for granny squares. This is the flower version. I'm making a blanket for my daughter. She's buying a new home and she'd like something deep for the lounge to throw on the sofa. So excuse me, I've got these 4 colours and basically I'm just moving them around in it to make different coloured squares. So it's DK yarn, lightweight yarn, and I'm using a 5mm crochet hook, and it makes a approximately 5.5, just, well, not 5.5, 5.25 inch square. You can make these with a 4, they will be smaller, but I've decided to use a 5 for these. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make this granny square. I won't be showing you how to attach them again. It's very similar to the baby one that I did a while back, but that was a 3D flower puff. So this is just a flat one. So let's begin. So I've got my selection of colours here, which I've been working on. I've got navy, I've got a walnut colour, burgundy, maroon, I've got a brown, and I've got the green for the green. So DK yarn, lightweight number 3. And what I'll do is I'll copy this one because I'll need quite a few of these. So let's begin. I'll just bring you down a little bit. Okay, so you want to start off, I'm not doing a magic circle for this one because there's just so many ends to tie up. So do your slip knot and chain 3. If you don't know how to do a slip knot or chain, please have a look at my other videos, which I have listed separately for you. So do your slip knot however you prefer and chain 3. Okay, you want to slip stitch into that first chain to form a ring, and we are going to be working into that ring here. What you want to do then is chain 3 and go into that ring. If we pull our work apart, I'll just show you, it's right there, and do a double crochet, which is pull up a loop, pull through 2 and pull through 2. Okay, the first one is going to look like this because that's just how the pattern is. So chain 1, and now we want to do 2 double crochets together. Okay, so go into the space there, pull up a loop, pull through 2, but don't pull through the remaining 2 like we would do on a double crochet. Yarn over, go in again, pull up a loop and pull through 2. So now you've got 3 loops, pull through all 3 and chain 1. So that will count as 1 set, chain 1 in between, and that will be your second one. We need 8 of these. So yarn over, go in again, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, go in again, pull up a loop, pull through 2 and pull through all 3. That's your third. So 1, 2, 3, immediately chain 1, and we need 8 of these. Do slow me down if I'm going too fast in the playback options. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 more, and that will be 8. Once you've done your 8th one, remember to chain 1, give that a squeeze, and then just slip stitch on top of that first double crochet, not the chain 3, the first double crochet. Okay, chain 1, and you can cut your yarn for this colour. Okay, here we have our centerpiece. Now we will do the red, the burgundy should I say, and that will be your petals. Okay, so you can join in any, don't join onto the way you just left, so just any space, go into the space and join your yarn however you prefer. I always do mine like this, just pull it through and then I use both strands to lock it in that way. Then I let go of that one and then chain 3. Now we want to do a stitch which is 5 double crochets together, cluster, but we've done our first, so we need to do another 4 to total. So the first one's going to be different. Let me just show you. So yarn over, go into the space, pull up a loop, pull through 2, leave those 2 on the hook, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, pull through 2, you have 3, yarn over, go in again, pull through the first 2, you've got 4 loops, but we are, like I said, we are counting that first double crochet. We need 1 more, so yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, pull through the 2, and you'll have 5 loops on your hook, pull through all 5 and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. So the 3 is including locking that, so it's not chaining 1 to close the cluster and then an additional 3. It's 3 in total, so you can count it as 3 or you can count it as 2. So we lock 1 and then another 2. So we go immediately into the next space, so yarn over, go into there, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, go in again, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, go in again, pull up a loop, pull through 2. You can see we've got 3, we need 2 more. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For this one we have five loops to pull through. Now there will always be 6 loops on your hook, and then pull through all 6. 1, 2 and 3, chain 3, and there will be 8 of these. In total. Pull through all 6 loops, chain 3. Move on to the next one. There's a space there. Only pulling through the first 2, so we're not completing, we are actually forming all those extra loops on the top so we can draw through all 6. Okay, let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, no, I was busy chatting. I need 1 more there. And this is the 5th one. Pull through all 6 loops, chain 3, move on to the next. You can leave that at the back or you can weave it in. Chain 3, next space, pull through 6 loops, chain 3, and we've got 2 more to do. Okay, on to the last one. It's a good size square. You can make smaller ones of course, but then there's just so many more to join. And as I'm making the slightly larger blanket for her, I thought I'd make a slightly larger pattern. Okay, so you want to slip stitch, not so. There's your chain 3, 1, 2, 3. You want to the top of the cluster there, and slip stitch, chain 1, and cut your yarn. Okay, we're done with that colour, and this is how it looks. Find all these strands at the back. Now don't worry if it's curling up or curling outwards. That will get fixed in the next row. Well, actually not the next row, the row after. So now we are doing the green leafy bits, which I think are really pretty. You can of course use any colours you like. These are the colours that my daughter selected. So okay, so grab your yarn in any of the spaces and attach it. Okay, what you want to do then is chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and now we're doing something similar to this, but it's a 3 double crochet clustered together. That was a 5. So yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, pull through 2. So you'll have, for the first one you'll have 3 because we've done the double crochet here, and for everything else they will be 4 loops, and you pull through all of those loops, chain 2. Moving to this next section here, and then just do a single crochet, chain 1 and single crochet, then chain 2, and now we're going into the next corner. That's the second half of your first corner. We're going to come back round and finish that. So 3 double crochets together, cluster, draw through the 4 loops, chain 3, and then exactly in the same space again do another 3 and pull through all 4, chain 2, then we go to the next space, and after we've chained 2 we want to do a single crochet, chain 1 and another single crochet into the same space. So between the corners it's two chains on each side, but when we're doing the little bit in the middle it's just 1. Okay, so single crochet, chain 1 and single crochet. Right, now we're into the next corner, so it'll be 3 double crochets together, chain 3 for the corner, and into the same space again another 3 double crochets together, chain 2, then into the next space, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Then as soon as you've done that little segment there, chain 2, then move on to that corner, 3 double crochet cluster together, chain 3 and another one in the same space, pull through all 4 loops there, chain 2, so you come into your last space here, which will be, oh, bear with me, lots of strands to move out the way, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, then chain 2, and then we're finishing off that corner. Like we've got 2 here, we'll need the second one in here. Do your last 3 double crochet cluster together, pull through all the 4 loops, chain 3, and then you want to go on top of that cluster there. Yeah, not on the top of that initial chain 3, on top of the cluster, join it up, chain 1 and cut your yarn. So this is what we have so far. Okay, so now we're moving on to our final colour, and in my case it's brown. We are now doing this, finishing off with this row and a single crochet row, and that's all there is to this gorgeous square. They are going to look absolutely amazing when they're joined up together. So again, go into any corner, try not to go for the one that you've just finished. Join your yarn. Chain 3. And do 2 more double crochets. That will form the second half of the corner. and we're going to work back round. So each and every space you want to place 3 double crochets. You'll put them in here, you'll put them in that chain 1 space, and you'll put them in here. And when you get to the corner, it's 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets. Let me show you. Go to the next space immediately, there's no chaining in between, okay? And do your 3 double crochets. Move straight onto that chain 1 space in the middle here and do 3 double crochets. Move on to this space here and 3 double crochets. Then we're at the corner, so go straight into the corner. No chains whatsoever in between the 3 double crochets. So 3 double crochets there, chain 3 and 3 double crochets into the same space. Okay, move this one out of the way, move into the next space here and 3 double crochets. Into the next space, chain 1 space and 3 double crochets. Into this chain 2 space and 3 double crochets. Oops, bear with me. Move into your corner, 3 double crochets, chain 3 and 3 double crochets. Do that all the way around, placing 3 double crochets into every chain 2 space, and not forgetting this one here. Corner, 3 double crochets, chain 3 and 3 double crochets. If you're absolute beginners and you want to try and do this granny square, please do slow me down. I have got basic granny squares listed. This one's a bit more floral. Okay, we're moving on to the last space here. So that's where we started. So we're going to go back in that same space and put 3 double crochets in there to complete that corner. Once you've got your 3 double crochets, chain 3 and slip stitch to the top of that chain 3. Beautiful. Bear with me, I've got a bit of a dribbly nose all of a sudden. Okay, so chain 1 and go back into that exact same stitch that you just slip stitched into and do a single crochet. I like to finish my squares off with a single crochet. You don't have to do this. If you want to leave this part out completely, you can, and just, you know, join your squares. So you want to place a single crochet into each and every stitch. I haven't done a stitch count for this, but it's pretty straightforward. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, because we're working on top of each of the double crochets. So when you get to your chain 3 space, place 3 single crochets into there to form the corner, and then go straight into that first one and work along. into the corner, 3 single crochets, and work along the third side. I'm working at this speed also because I'm assuming that you know how to do single crochet and double crochet. It's quite difficult to cater for everybody. If you're not familiar with these, then I do have separate videos listed for the single and double crochet, and how to do slip knot and how to chain. So you can always come back and try these once you've mastered it. Okay, now we're at the last corner, 3 single crochets and slip stitch into that first single crochet that we started with, and we are done. Chain 1, cut your yarn, and here we have the beautiful floral granny square. I absolutely love these colours. I helped her choose these colours, and now I'm in love with them myself, and I'm thinking, gosh, I want to finish her blanket and then I want to do one for myself. So let's see how I get on, if my fingers haven't fallen off by then, but there you go. So yeah, these are all the colours of all the granny squares. So yes, you will have obviously all your yarns here at the back. You can, the way that I've actually attached my yarn, I just tend to use, because I don't weave them in, I use the same 2 strands and I make a knot. I'll just show you, but very gently. I will just, don't pull the first knot, then do a second one, give it a bit of a squeeze, and then go ahead and do the third one, and then you can give that one a really good squeeze. You can go really, you know, if you like to tie in your ends, and that's entirely up to you, but because of the way, like I said, that I attached the yarn, the 2 colours are always together, as I didn't weave them in. Okay, you can do the same with the green, for instance, and there. And where I've done here, where I finished, because I won't do everything, I don't want to keep you too long. Pull your work through, the yarn through to the back, and then slip it down here towards the other bit of edge that's hanging out. And then you can do the same. See, you can put your yarns like that at the back. So the first one's a gentle one, second one's a bit more tighter, and the third one's a really tight one, and that's not going to affect the work whatsoever or pull it in any way. So I'll leave those 2. And here we have beautiful granny squares. So you can alternate the colours. You can all make them all the same. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Go ahead and make these. I think they're really great. It's a lovely size square. It'll make a gorgeous, gorgeous blanket for you. Okay guys, so this is my first one since I've been back from Christmas. So I will have something for you tomorrow too. I will try and aim. Obviously I might slip again for over the new year, because there are obviously other things that we have to do, but I will be back. So I've started this blanket for my daughter a couple of days ago, and I thought, why not show you how to make this one? And you know, so oops, bear with me. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for subscribing. Please do like and share this to anyone who you think would love to make these gorgeous granny squares. The colours are amazing. I love these deep colours. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.